Greetings to the world once again. Topher42 here with another good old vlog. It's been quite a busy week this week, and I've just got so much to talk about, but I've got to cram it all into another small video again. Yeah, so I've got two main events I want to talk about in this vlog. One being with clubs and one being for charity. So I better crack on and let the stories be told. Okay, so according to my diary, on the 10th of November, it was our 8th meeting at the Comic Book Society, and that week was it was show and tell. So people were talking about some of their favourite comics and just saying, you know, we recommend this. It's done by so and so. It's won an award. Show a few pictures and have loads of explanations and stuff. So I'll have to prepare my own show and tell next time. I think maybe Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl. That'd be a good one. But the other thing that happened at the Comic Book Society was there was the media department who came in just to they were just doing a video of some sort. I couldn't tell what it was about, but they asked a few people from the Comic Book Society to just do a quick 30-second talk about their favourite comic book and their favourite comic book adaptation, so a TV series or a film. And I chose the Spider-Man Learning to Crawl for comics, and for the film I chose The Incredible Hulk, the 2008 Incredible Hulk film with Edward Norton. I like that. That was a good film, I felt, for me. Of course, that's not the main. That was one event. The main event was on the 12th of November, which was when the Comic Book Society clashed in with the Harry Potter Club, the Science Fiction Club, and the hosts of this event was the Disney Club. So we had a big fantasy going out, just meeting all the different clubs and going to some of the different places where you can get drinks and all that. And of course, with all these clubs, you get dressing up. And surprisingly, I didn't dress up on this one. Well, I sort of did, but I didn't. Well, I'll better explain. Well, of course, loads of people dressed up. Quite a few dressed up, not everyone. So we had this thing from sci-fi. There was Amy Pond. There was the Beast from X-Men. From Harry Potter, there was one bloke dressed as Harry Potter himself. Actually, no, there was a girl in what looked like St. Trinian's, but it was actually Harry Potter. Of course, Disney, what did they have? They had there was a girl dressed as Captain Hook. There was a girl dressed up as Jafar. There was a guy who I mistook for the 11th Doctor because of the tweed jacket and the bow tie, but it was actually Carl Fredricksen from Pixar's Up. So yeah, but it was a nice chat. And of course there were a couple of people dressed up as characters from Disney's Frozen. It's still on my to-watch list. I've still got to see this film. But the only Disney costume that would be good at this time of year, because it's freezing, is my Sorcerer Mickey Mouse outfit, which was which is red hoodie, red towel held together by rope, and a hat, which I made, the wizard hat, which I made out of paper card. But I thought, one, is going to be cold and it might get wet, so I might lose a good creation I made. And I mean, I could have gone as my Spider-Fan outfit as well, because Disney owns Marvel and Marvel is Spider-Man, so there's a connection there. But actually no, I had a nice surprise that day, because after college there's a charity shop opposite the college, and I went in there because there was this rotating chair that I looked at from a glance and thought, I want to try that out, just try out that chair to see if I want to buy it. It wasn't all that good. It was grey, it was worn out, it was a bit uncomfortable, so no, I didn't like that chair. But I had a good glance around the charity shop itself, just to make appreciation for the visit. And luckily, I managed to stumble across this, an actual Sorcerer Mickey hat from Disneyland Paris. And I don't know if it's supposed to be this I don't know if it's supposed to just land on top of the head because it's a bit smaller on my head, if it's just like that. But £1.25, for this. Just by coincidence, I find the hat I need to be at this party tonight. Yeah. So that was nice. Nice soft ears too. But I'm worried that when I wash it, I might, because I'm guessing it's card inside the ears, so I might make the ears damp and yeah. But yeah, so I got this lovely hat from the charity shop, by coincidence, lucky me. But of course, to show the connection from the Comic Book Society to the Disney Society, I wore my little Spider-Man badge. Hopefully you can see that. So I think I'll wear that for the rest of this vlog. So yeah, and I thought with this hat, that is my ticket to the Disney Club welcoming me with open arms. Because this is like rare merchandise. This is like going into a Doctor Who club and I'm the only one dressed as the War Doctor. It's that appreciation for the rarer things. And of course, there were 5 places we went to. We went to the shed, the engine shed, this place near the cinema, a place on the high street, and a place at the very top of the high street. Names elude me. But the only thing I had to drink that night was it's another word for squash. I think it's cordial. I think it is. I can't remember, but it's like it's squash from the bar, and it was that specific taste that I hadn't tasted since Playzone, and it's delicious. And I only had that drink just to keep me going the one night, just that one drink to keep me going. And oh wait, no, someone else bought some onion rings from one of the other places, so I had some onion rings to keep me going. And it's very annoying when you get when you're biting the onion ring and the whole onion comes out the batter. It's frippin' annoying. So it's like this hot dangling onion ring, just like hot. Oh no, I've got to eat the whole thing just to make up for it. Yeah, wasn't fun. But it was a mad night. I wish I could talk about it all, but I'd go on forever. But it was mad, and there was a bit of drinking, and gradually people left after each club, but I stayed till the end. And I stayed till the very end, till midnight, and I was the only one from the Comic Book Society left that stayed till midnight. So I'd say I did a good job. That's my commitment, So I really wish I could be joining all these other clubs and stuff, but I'm trying to keep it simple and yeah. But it was fun. It was a fun night. I thank everyone who was there. Disney, Harry Potter, sci-fi, comic book, mostly. So yeah, that was fun. Okay, now for the other thing, which I'm going to change clothes for this because it's quite important to me, is that some people who knew me from secondary school might recognise this lovely yellow jumper. If you don't, then maybe this will help. Just put the band on here and my little ears, and voila, I am better known as Pudsey Bear from BBC's Children in Need, one of the best well-known charities out there. And of course my little Pudsey teddy bear from childhood. This is a very old Pudsey bear because of the specific design, because it's got the 2 black buttons and the bandage is just white with red dots, so it's a relic. It's a really nice relic. Oh, but specifically for this toy, it's got a little Velcro strap on the back, and it's like that. And it's just, usually it goes round the Velcro of your, not the Velcro, it goes, you can clip it onto your bag and onto your seat belt in the car and stuff, but to me, when I was a kid, I just pretended these were wings and I called him Super Pudsey. Yeah, Super Pudsey. Yeah, so this is my special Pudsey teddy bear, and I know Children in Need finished last night, but it's important that we're raising money for Children in Need and stuff, and I know I haven't done it this year because I've been at college, but I'm glad that there were people in the college that were raising money for children in need. They were selling cupcakes, and some nice cupcakes, I will say. They were selling, I had a lemon cupcake on Monday and a couple of carrot cakes from Thursday, I think. So, I'm glad that there was someone in the college doing something. I'm glad for that. But I thought I'd go. But Children in Need has taken me down memory lane once again. Because Children in Need was the thing that got me popular in secondary school, and this is one of my most important stories here. Back in year 9 in 2007, I decided to perform a little concert for Children in Need. Just me, a speaker, a microphone, and a couple of CDs, one lunchtime in my classroom, and I filled up the whole classroom and I just sang my heart out, and I managed to raise a good £25, 25 quid, just for one lunchtime. And then I did it again the following year. I got 20 quid out of that, and it wasn't quite so good, but that was a magical moment for me. And because of that magical moment, that is the one thing that made me still popular throughout the rest of my secondary school life. And I don't know, I partially regret it, but when I look back at myself in year 9, that was a magical moment that I wish I could relive. But then, of course, sixth form was even more fun because I dressed up as Pudsey himself. This is my main outfit. Well, I have some cream trousers which I dyed yellow as well, but I look ridiculous. But I'm glad, because if there's one thing that I should always have on things to do before I die checklist, it's appear in your school magazine. And this is an old magazine from William Farr, which is the Farrago. I hope it's still going, because it was nice. And this was from winter 2010, so this was my first year available. Here we are. And if you look closely, you can see me, along with loads of other people dressed up. So that was my great moment. That's a great moment, and that's one of those memoirs. Because of course, when you get yourself seen in the newspaper, you've got to cut out the article and stick it in a big book, just to keep the memoirs. Yeah, and of course, Children in Need itself. The show was alright. We got a preview of Doctor Who for the Christmas special, and I must say, seeing Peter Capaldi in a hoodie, that's awesome. That is just awesome to me, and proper rebel Time Lord, I'd say. And then of course you had all the other stuff. The EastEnders was nice. Okay, there was is it One Direction? I think One Direction performed, so that was okay. Tom and Jerry, the Tom and Jerry cartoon itself, it was okay. It was definitely, it was good to promote Children in Need, but for the actual show, they could have done a bit more. And to be honest, I still stick with the old Tom and Jerry cartoons from decades ago. I'll talk about that another time. But I think the one thing that surprised me, and I think because I haven't been paying attention to the news that much in terms of the media and was seeing S Club 7 live. S Club 7 back in the house. That was like, whoa, that's early childhood come back for me. Because S Club 7 coming back, and they still look, like their faces still looked as young as when they started. It was quite a shock. And they had a nice little montage of some of their popular songs, the S Club theme, Don't Stop Moving, and Reach for the Stars, and usual disco diva, and usual disco diva songs. But I thought that's the next big thing, since I saw Blue come back for Eurovision Song Contest. you know, it's good seeing, or even or seeing Mug Flying Busted come back. You know, it was quite a surprise. Okay, right. I think that's everything. Sorry, I keep coming back to my diary, you know, because I write so much in this. It's ridiculous. Like, fine. This is a brief example. This is all this week. Okay. Yeah. And on that note, I better actually I better go because I've got to go to a convention, so I better get changed. Okay, right, I'm good. So I'm all dressed up. Oh, almost. Just put my scarf on. And now I'm ready for LuckyCon, which is the small convention in Lincoln. And I got my badges ready, got my clothes sorted, and I better get going because I'm going to miss the train. Right, see ya!